Hi, I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be being direct and decisive with women leads to successful seductions. Well, since it's Friday, this is a success story. And this email is from a guy I did a video newsletter in the past titled, I Felt a Bit Lost with My Life. He's 30 and recently matched with a hot 42-year-old successful alpha female who is a medical doctor. So they got to play doctor in the bedroom. And so he's always, because I know a lot of you guys go, oh, she's 11 years older. It's like, he sent a picture, dude, she's hot. Any guys that are saying that shit, you would not kick her out of bed for eating crackers. You all would want to smash her. Now, dating her long term is another story, but this guy he always had a fantasy about dating an older woman who was hot, and she's a medical doctor. And it was a great experience, but it just shows the power of being direct and decisive, because he met her online and he did what I instruct, which is to have a phone call before, instead of just like, especially if you're on Tinder or something like that, one of the hookup apps, sending text back and forth and then meeting at a place. It's like you really should talk to somebody on the phone. And if you could FaceTime them, even better. And then guys go, oh no, you should just meet them out. And it's like, no, you shouldn't just meet them out, because the only guys that are like that don't want to do the extra pre-screening are like, they're so desperate and thirsty for a date, and they're not used to being selective. They're not used to having choice. But when you actually have choice and there are other women you can date, like in this case, I mean, his attitude is like, she's 11 years older, but she's still hot. And she actually liked it. She complimented him on that. And plus, you don't want to waste your time. It's like if you date enough, it's like when I see those kinds of comments, like, oh, you don't need to talk to anyone, just show up on a date. It's like, yeah, what if she doesn't look like her pictures? What if she's boring? Now you got to sit there. It's like, so the best thing is the more screening you can do over the phone or through FaceTime, if you're doing online dating, the better it's going to be. You can make sure they look like their pictures. And number two, that you actually click on the phone and that you actually like talking to each other. Because if you can't have a good conversation on the phone, there's no point in meeting in person. Absolutely none at all. So he says, hi, Corey. Previously, I wrote to you in a letter called Felt a Bit Lost with My Life. I've read your book 15 times. Obviously, the one with this sweet shaved head dude here. I'm 30 in the UK, and I matched with this real hot 42-year-old woman on Bumble. She's hot. He sent pictures. She's a medical doctor, has a master's degree, and is a successful alpha female. I've always had a little fantasy of spending time with an experienced woman like that. I exchanged 4 to 5 funny messages, then I was direct and proposed a drink. However, I said I wanted to call her provisionally first before meeting to make sure we clicked. As you say, you need to screen and vet your prospects so you don't waste your time. She later told me that she liked that I called her because not many guys do it, and it shows I have high standards. In other words, it shows that you're selective. Just because, most guys, hey, she's hot, she's in. But in this case, he wanted to talk to her first. He wasn't overcome by her beauty like most guys would have been, and they're just so desperate to get a date that they're figuring, hey, as long as I can get in front of her, I'm good. But what if you don't click? And what if you don't like her? What if she's boring? Then you got to sit there and have a drink or two and pretend like you're not bored. Pretend like you're not interested. Pretend that you're not interested. I set a definite time to meet, booked some bars, and a mini golf place to go. Again, she said she loved how organized I was with reservations and that many men aren't. First date was brilliant. Brilliant. He's got to be from the UK. I watched for all this. Let me look at his email address. Let's see, where's he from? No, it's just a Gmail. He's got to be from the UK. They say it's brilliant, brilliant, massive. It's massive, massively brilliant. I watched for all the signs of hair playing, touching my arm, bumping into me, etc. I asked questions. I kept it lighthearted and funny. I made strong eye contact and took up too much space. The mini golf later then led to some teasing and banter, and I could see she was ready to be kissed. As she is from abroad, I said to her with a James Bond smirk, "Are people from your country good kissers?" She laughed and said, "Of course." I then said, "You'll have to show me." We then passionately made out for 30 minutes. She had to have an early night due to work, but asked me to go on another date before the date was over. Well, since it was her idea, you can make a date on the spot because she's the one asking for it. But under normal circumstances, you would not do that. The second date, after a couple hours of drinks and food, she suggested we go back to her place to play chess. She's very smart. Well, she's a doctor after all. It really is nice dating women with a high IQ, I must say. Having been a dude that's dated some doctors. From here, I knew it was on and made sure I was calm and relaxed. After the kissing got heavy again, I took her clothes off and finished with some passionate rounds of the indoor Olympics. She knew her stuff in the bedroom. Well, you wanted an older, experienced woman. You got it, Bubba. The whole time I was doing 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It really works. Every time I pulled back, I could see her getting wound up and turned on even more. Yeah, you want to go slightly slower than she does. Kind of where she gets a little frustrated that you're not going fast enough, which is the opposite experience that most guys have. She was all over me. It was easy. She now invited me out again, and I'm loving every second of it. I just want to emphasize to the listeners, when you read the book 10 to 15 times, it really does become you. It's so instinctual, and I feel more confident than I ever imagined. Good quality photos on dating apps also help. Yeah, if you got any hot friends, female friends or sisters, have them take pictures of you or help you take your pictures. I was once struggling, like many people probably hearing this, trying to undo my beta programming, improving myself, and wondering when the day would ever come where I'm dating the super hot women. Well, guys, it's here. Well, congratulations, dude. And I hope all of you on this nice Friday morning or afternoon, depending on when you watch this video, enjoyed our fellow associate here with his successful conclusion of the indoor Olympics with the hot older woman. And yes, she's very hot. And you all would smash her too. So I don't want to hear any crap, but hey, she's 11 years old. It's like, hey, is he going to have a family with her? Probably not. But he sure is having a lot of fun. And my job as a coach is to help you get what you want. So if you got a question or a challenge and you'd like to get my help, go to understandingrelationships.com, click the products tab at the top of your screen on any page, and book a coaching session with yours truly. Until next time, I will talk to you soon.